two decks that we haven't necessarily seen all that much of, but I'm sure we'll be able to get through it together.
Yeah, like, it's just newer sets have come out which have helped these archetypes develop, isn't it? And but that's one of the joys of Pauper, really, is that you can just have a solid game plan and a grindy game plan and play it well and do a lot better than in some of the faster formats where you'll have to always be kept up to what the hot thing is to do.
Can only go so wrong with Snuff Out, Brainstorm and Counterspell in your deck, and then conversely you can only go so wrong if you've got the Axebane Guardian, Overgrown Battlement, Freed from the Reels with Winding Way and Lead the Stampede, right? There's only so badly that can go.
They're cards they no longer print for a reason, because they were pretty freaking good. And those particular gameplay traits were over and done. And just starting off with the good old classic Quirion Ranger, which really enables these combos to go fast and furious.
Ceruli Caretaker, I'm afraid, not a Quirion Ranger.
Ceruli Caretaker, that was. Oh god, it's a beautiful one-tappers, but it was dealt with straight away with a Snuff Out, followed up with the Augur Bolus.
Yeah, Augur Bolus ordinarily being look at the bottom 3 cards of your library is the long-standing joke, but lots of nice spells to pick up in this deck. It's mostly there just to be a thing that you can attack with, that occasionally you'll ninjutsu and a ninja of the deep hours or something like that, but it can act as a blocker against some of the more aggressive decks in the format as well.
Yeah. And Water Roots is something that, again, you forget was printed at Common, because it's been such a modern staple in the Yawgmoth decks, helping the ramp plan get large. The color offness is mainly green for this deck, because they do then just only really splash into the combo pieces, such as the Drifter Fantasia and the Galvanic Alchemist, so that they can get there. And the Axebane Guardian really helps them ramp up even further.
It's basically mono green splashing 4 colors.
Yes, absolutely.
You've got basically your win conditions and your ways to go infinite in the other colors. But Fairy Seer, not a card that you traditionally see in blue-black, but nice and just keeping the wheels nice and greased along with Preordain there.
Yeah, like it's a bit like we mentioned about it being a meta adjacent. You stick some Fairy Seers in, then you're kind of priced into sticking some spells that the sprites in, and then you got some more counter spells. And I'm sure at some point we're going to see a lovely little fairy tag on a common to upgrade the deck. And then even further to this, you're sticking a Thorn of Black Rose, your classic control piece. Get that Monarch, get ahead on the card draw. But I always thought that here's a little pet card of mine, Crashing Drawbridge. This has enabled the common a cheap combo or two in its time, which gives all your creatures haste, allowing the big mana taps as soon as you go off if you add them.
Yeah, it's a nice little piece to have in these decks, where sometimes you can get bogged down by pretty much exactly the game that Ross has been playing, where he's drawn 2 mismatching Snuff Outs. So I do just want to point out, so boo for that. But 2 Snuff Outs backed up by cheap threats or evasive threats or threats that accrue card advantage over a long period of time. So it's pretty good against this blue-black control deck, but there is one hell of a board state.
And yeah, the Gurmag Angler as well. Again, this really is an all-star showing of cards past, present, and future. And you don't know where Adam needs to combo off soon. Otherwise, this game is going to be beyond them.
Yeah, it's a case of really needs to find Lead the Stampede or Winding Way into drawing a lot of cards to unmulligan themselves, and hope there's not too many counter spells. But Spellstarter Sprite is exactly what Ross needs.
Hey, this is me, Old Demo Dave. The main channel this year. Go follow that. That's where we do lots more MTG content. I'm glad you're here. And don't forget, you can pick up a bulk box with a code that is in the description. If you want to not have this whole mess on your table, you can get a bulk box. Store your Magic cards. Let me show you mine. This is my bulk box, stickers and all. It's over 2 years old. It sits literally next to a tumble dryer. all my cards are in perfect condition. There is the best solution to tidy up a room that you no longer have any mess anywhere. Get your bulk box today. Enjoy the next part of the video. Yeah, and don't forget, main channel is here. Yeah. And we're back with game 2. Sideboarding wise, both these decks just want to do more of the same, but have hate pieces, right?
Yeah, so Tamiyo's Safekeeping is quite a nice piece for the Walls decks to get access to, where it can help negate some of the removal that we saw out of Ross's deck. We saw multiple snuff outs. Mirror Shell Crab is an interesting option if you wanted to try and go a little bit longer, but to be honest, from the blue-black side, you get more Thorn of the Black Rose if you want more long game, but Suffocating Fumes are not the best card here, but Arms of Hadar is. -2/-2 is very nice. Extract Confession, just more removal, basically, and more of the same, because this is already a pretty favoured matchup for blue-black.
Yeah, absolutely. But a bit more tempo from Adam this time, sticking some walls down onto the field. So you're going to have Ross needing to either like deal with or go over these, because Ogre Bolus is only a little body in reality. And but a lot of options and a lot of mana to play with as he passes back the turn.
Overgrown Battlement only adding 1 mana, which I know that sounds weird for a 2-mana dork, that only adding 1 just isn't acceptable, but it does start to snowball really quickly. Like now all of a sudden you can see it's adding 2 mana, and now that each of them would be adding 3, so very, very rapidly we're getting to the point where these are adding an insane amount of mana. And Orochi Leafcaller is a really nice piece as well, where it enables the Overgrown Battlement actually producing useful mana.
Yeah, it does a really good job of going through, and Adam is doing a great build the team effort here, and then they're going to have a decent chance of comboing off even through potentially a couple of counter spell elements if they have those options on the mana generation.
Yeah, so the Shield Wall Sentinel was counterspelled, which is one of the ways to find a win condition, basically. But still a lot of mana on the field, and the impetus is all on Ross to answer this. And with only a black mana available, we kind of just have to hope that Adam's drawn dead.
Sure. The Galvanic Alchemist does help start the chain here. Not played too much of Walls myself, but I have obviously faced the other side of one of our local players, Idris, who loves the Walls combo. And I know pretty much when I start seeing that Soulbound creature, I will not have much time left on the field. Maybe 1-2 turns top.
Does seem to be, though, that the play there wasn't even to generate infinite mana with nothing to do with it. They just chained 2 Drifter Phantasms together and then got a Reaping the Grave, so trying to set up for drawing a spell later on and maybe trying to get back the 2 Drifter Phantasms and then get the combo pieces.
Yeah, fair. So just acknowledging that you might just need to go later rather than go now, and their hand's empty, so I guess ultimately they just didn't have any follow-up.
Yeah, and Snuff Out on the Orochi Leafcaller actually dumpsters this entire game plan, because now Adam has no way of creating black mana.
Yeah, and we'll need to just rebuild, so they are finding a dead hand by looks for just one card held, and this is where you just bring in a spell set of sprite and you just start tempoing things out.
Yeah, this is where blue-black really starts to take over these games. I mean, these Overgrown Battlements are threatening. That's 4 mana, 6 with the Quirion Ranger just by itself, but provided you've got a counter spell for the Lead the Stampede or the Winding Way that might come off the top, you just feel safe and you can just continue poking in with these flyers.
Yeah, and having two fairies out as follow-up spells set of sprite would always be something that will keep us safe. Extract the Confession as well. It's going to keep chunking away at this board state, but whilst you're getting flown over the top of, it's not looking good for Adam.
Yeah, so Spellstarter Sprite there acting as a counterspell for the Ceruli Caretaker, but also speeding Ross's clock up. It's another 1/1 being added to the field. Quirion Ranger as a replacement, not bad, but it's not what Adam wants to be doing, and I feel like if this is yeah, when even Cerulean Caretakers are being counterspelled and battlements are being cast down just so Ross is using his mana, I don't think we're going to see Adam getting very close to winning this game, because there's going to be counter magic available, and Ninja of the Deep Owls rebuys a Spellstar Sprite and draws a card, so
that's just it now. Bit of a lock on one side, but
yeah.
Not much else you can see, but important to call out that obviously the perfect playmat from the Bristol Pauper League from Adam there, and we had a lot of people from Bristol with us for this tournament, and we'll be hoping to feature some gameplay from this soon, whilst we just see another counter spell, and very very quickly for the beatdown will occur. Adam is about to go to 2.
Just dead to the Flyers as well. So Generous Emp was a really, really good draw, provided Ross didn't have the counterspell right there and then. But it means that not even did the Generous Emp not resolve, but the Overgrown Battlement was tapped as well.
I know, absolutely. Well, good games there. I'll see both these players at the time were playing in the 3-0 bracket, so a little bit more action for them during the day. Again, decks in Pauper, it's about how well you know them and how well you know what you're doing, and then how well you match up against the rest of the room. Like we're seeing even like the runaway top decks are like 7% or so in Pauper at the moment. Really balanced format with really important need for you to know your matchups, and on the day in a bigger tournament, just have a little bit of a luck that goes your way.
Not doing an outro?
No, I'll do it, I guess.
We normally do an outro, though, Dave. What about the people who wait right until the end and they want to hear what funny quip we have for them this week?
I think they just had it. See you next time, everyone.
Bye, love you.
Da, 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 da.